Hello there, I'm Jimmy Vegas, and with Sony's State of Play coming up in just a few hours' time, I think it's important to take a minute and talk about what we think could be the predictions and the rumours that may appear in the show in a couple of hours' time. Now, Sony has been on a bit of an ego trip lately, thinking they're untouchable. Look at Concord, look at the PS5 Pro, look at how they're handling a lot of things. They need to nail this. They need to whack this one out the park. They need to do something. They need to do something big. And are they going to do it? No, I genuinely don't think so. I don't think they'll nail this at all. So I put together a list of what I think is more than likely going to appear one way or another in this State of Play, along with hopefully a couple of things I would like to see. But it's worth mentioning that if everything I've said now is revealed and is exactly the State of Play, I'm not an insider, I just got lucky. So first up, I think we're going to see Silent Hill 2. I think it's important for Sony to show Silent Hill 2. It's coming out in just a couple of weeks' time. So they want eyes on that. They're going to need everyone's eyes looking at Silent Hill 2, especially with it being I think it's 12 months exclusive, which is good for Sony at least. So I think we'll see some gameplay of that, a trailer. We'll see something of Silent Hill 2. I think we might see some Stellar Blade DLC as well. It's only natural to see maybe just 30 seconds of something for Stellar Blade. It sold well, it's done well for the PlayStation 5, so why not get some DLC in front of everyone as soon as possible? I think we'll also see that Days Gone remaster. Yep, I do think we'll see the Days Gone remaster. I don't think it'll be as overhyped in the State of Play as what everyone thinks. I don't think Sony are going to shove it down our throats. I think they're just going to say, hey, look, we've got this remaster of Days Gone on PS5. Go get it, it runs better. Speaking of which, I think we're going to see a lot of PS5 Pro enhanced games. So I think we're going to see games that are already out there, but they're going to be PS5 Pro enhanced. Sony are going to really want to push that PS5 Pro because they need that Concord money back, costing hundreds of millions, so they're going to need to sell a lot of PS5 Pros. And what better way to do it than show us games we're already playing, except they look better on PS5 Pro. So this game's going to get a PS5 Pro patch. This game's going to get a PS5 Pro patch. I reckon maybe 4 or 5 games that they'll go through with a PS5 Pro patch. Something I think we might see is Final Fantasy. No, I don't think we're going to see Final Fantasy 17. No, I don't think we're going to see Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3. No, I don't think we're going to see anything big Final Fantasy. We're going to see something along the lines of Stranger of Paradise, just a kind of a spin-off, a little something Final Fantasy based. No, we won't see the Final Fantasy 9 Remake either, but something Final Fantasy based I think we will see. We'll also get a couple of bland indie titles, I think, just little games that, no one really cares about because they're not AAA, and people will moan about, oh, what's this here for? I wanted to see Final Fantasy, I want to see Resident Evil. Yeah, you're going to get them in every kind of showcase that any company will do. So you'll get some bland indie titles, but that's fine because it kind of spreads the show up a little bit. I think we'll see Sky Oceans as well, because that's coming up fairly soon, as well as East 10 Nordics. I think it makes sense for Sony to show these a little bit more, because not enough eyes are on something like East 10. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be really good, and Sony needs to get that out there and say, look, it's here on PS5, get it on PS5, get PS5, do this. They need to really do that. So yeah, Sky Oceans and East 10 I think we will see. Another thing we will see is Shadow, or rather Sonic X Shadow Generations. That's coming out in a couple of weeks' time, and I think it's important for Sony to show that one as well. Not enough marketing has been done for that game, in my opinion. However, I believe, right now as I'm recording this, they may be showing it on Sega's Sonic thing. So they've got a show going on, so we'll probably see that later on in the State of Play. So eyes out for that one. Next, what I think we're going to get, looking at my list, is probably a trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Again, that one would make sense. It's coming out pretty soon. And if Sony have been able to get hold of Ubisoft and say, look, we're happy, we want to show this, but we want to show it on PS5 Pro, that's the route Sony are going to go down, I think, if they do show Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I would like to see that, if I'm honest. I've not seen enough of Assassin's Creed Shadows to make my mind up whether I want to get it or not. For context, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed since the one with the twins. I forget what that even was now. There was Assassin's Creed Unity, and then there was I don't know. It was the one before Origins. I haven't played anything after that. I have been wanting to play Assassin's Creed Mirage, but I've not got round to it. So I would like to see more of Shadows and see how that's going. There is rumours of a Gravity Rush 1 and 2 remake. Now, if you don't know Gravity Rush, this was a Vita title. It's actually very hard to get hold of. It's very expensive as well. It was a very unique game, both of them very unique. And there has always been this kind of clamouring to get some of those onto modern hardware, off the Vita, onto PS4, onto PS5. So I do genuinely think we might see something Gravity Rush related. Hopefully it is 1 and 2 remake or remaster, but I'll settle just for 1 at this point. But who knows? Who knows? I do think we'll see some Fair Games gameplay. It's about time we saw that, to be honest, because getting some gameplay of Fair Games it's crucial at this point. People need to see that game. I know there's a lot of hype around it, and fingers crossed, it's good. Will it be good? Will it be good? Oh, who knows right now? Oh, just keep your fingers crossed. If that gameplay is good, then yeah, I think that game will sell like hotcakes. No questions asked. Until Dawn remake as well, that is coming up. So I do think we'll see something Until Dawn related. Again, it might be one of those pushing with a PS5 Pro patch, you know, because the timing for all of these is round about the same. There is a Dead Island 2 Ultimate Edition that is coming out very soon. I don't think we'll see anything related to that, but you never know. It might just be filler content that Sony will put into this state of play. Who knows? Who dares to dream? But what I think they will close out with, and this is going to be the absolute killer of the show, not the kicker, the killer, they will close out with Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. That's their baby. They think that's the big seller. And you know what? If they close out with Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster, the whole show will be just downvoted. They will just get abuse. That it won't go down well at all. Nobody truly wants this Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. It only came out 7, maybe 8 years ago. So I can understand to an extent, but it's going to be a full price game if they try and do it, and that is not going to go down well. Same with Days Gone that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I think there's more chance of Days Gone appearing than Horizon appearing. But I do still think that, if anything, they would close out with Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. That's a bad thing. Some things I would love to see, but I know I'm not going to be there. Something like Resident Evil 9 or something mainline Resident Evil. If they can squeeze that in there, yeah, they might win the show over, even if they do close out with Horizon Zero Dawn. I would like to see the Final Fantasy 9 remake. Oh, God. Again, that's one I think would win the show, even with all the bad around it, if they could have the Final Fantasy 9 remake. If either of those two things appear, then yeah, it's an absolute win for Sony, but I know neither of those will appear. And it's sad. It's sad, but it is what it is. Like I said, Sony needs to do a lot to kind of win the hearts back of many, many people now, because after the disaster they've had, they've got no proper main first-party games to really boost up at the moment, so they need something. And quite frankly, I don't think the State of Play will have it. I know Tokyo Game Show is just around the corner later on this week, so a lot of what you see now is kind of preempting what we'll see in Tokyo Game Show. I don't think anything major is going to be announced here. Nothing big, nothing huge, simply because of Tokyo Game Show. So that's putting people's perception into, you know, just bringing it down a little bit. Don't think it's going to be hit after hit after hit. Sony will not nail this State of Play. It's the wrong time. The only other thing I can think of is they've got something up their sleeve, something huge, an amazing new IP that no one's seen or heard of yet, and it looks fantastic, and they show it off at Tokyo Game Show, but that's not going to happen. But you mark my words, this will all be about PS5 Pro patch and the remaster of Horizon. It's a shame. Anyway, we'll reconvene after we've watched it, and we'll go through what was announced. We'll see how it goes. But what do you think is going to be announced in this upcoming State of Play? Let me know in the comments below.